So the Packers just came in and shut out the Seahawks, beating them 17-0. The Packers defense played at an elite level, a championship caliber level, coming in here, shutting down Russell Wilson, Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, just playing lights out the entire game. And honestly, coming to this game, this wasn't exactly what I was expecting. I think Russell Wilson, when you have Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers coming in to face off against each other, at least in my head, I was thinking it could be more of an offensive battle. I think that, the people, the fans, that would probably be a little bit more of an exciting game overall. But clearly that was not exactly what happened in this one. 3-0 in the first half, Packers up 3-0, which was, I heard them say, one of the lowest scoring first half of the entire NFL season, which just shows how good these defenses were playing, especially with the Packers defense coming out here and holding Russell Wilson in his first game back after having that finger injury to a straight up 0 points. And I think, for the Packers to be able to have a defense of this caliber playing at the level they have been playing, especially last week playing lights out against the Chiefs, the week before that playing very good against the Arizona Cardinals, this Packers team now has a defense that I think can really carry them throughout the rest of the season and also in the playoffs as well. Because I think coming into the season for the Packers, clearly our offense was our strength. And with the question mark was this Packers defense. And I think now it's sort of flipped in a way. The Packers defense is playing at a crazy, crazy level. And this Packers offense at times has had trouble, moving the ball. And if we take a look at this game, sort of how good the Packers defense was, especially the secondary, I'd say. Russell Wilson, if we take a look at his stats in this game, Russell Wilson goes 20 for 40, only a 50% completion percentage, 161 yards, 0 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, was sacked 3 times, and had a 39.7 rating. So this Packers secondary was just clamping down on these receivers, especially on Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf, only 3 receptions, 26 yards, 0 touchdowns. Tyler Lockett, 2 receptions, 23 yards. So Eric Stokes, Kevin King, Shannon Sullivan, Rasul Douglas playing back there. They were just locking up these guys. And then also Adrian Amos, Darnell Savage coming in there and playing really good in this game. Also, Kevin King coming in there with a clutch interception. He almost dropped it like last time, but luckily it was considered an actual interception. And then I think it was Adrian Amos came in there with another interception against Russell Wilson. So for the Packers defense to be able to shut down Russell Wilson, to shut down a Seahawks offense that I think has a potential to be very explosive, just really gives me lots of hope for this Packers defense coming into the future. And, if we can keep it up at this level, the Packers offense doesn't have to be as crazy good as they were last season. Clearly, I would love to see that. I would love to see the Packers just putting up points like crazy like they did last year. But this year, it's been a little bit different, I'd say, for this offense. But they're still doing enough to get it done. And clearly having a guy like A.J. Dillon who came in here and, scored the two lone touchdowns in this game, both in the fourth quarter for the Packers. Luckily having him, because now Aaron Jones could be out. Who knows for how long. He had a knee injury in this game, and it seemed sort of serious. They were saying during the game that he had tears coming out of his eyes when he left the blue medical tent. So I'm praying that he's going to be all right. Hopefully he will be fine soon. But luckily, the Packers do have a guy in A.J. Dillon who I just think is getting better and better. He has the ability to juke, the ability to make people miss. He can truck people. He can catch the ball. He can juke. He can truck people. He can make people miss. He just really has the ability to really do it all. So I think luckily the Packers do have him and can rely on him just in case A.J. Dillon or Aaron Jones does miss a little bit more time for this Packers team. But if we take a look at the Aaron Rodgers stats, 23 of 37, 292 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, was sacked 1 time, a 75.5 rating. And really a majority of this game, the Packers, they were moving the ball a good amount. They controlled the time of possession, had the ball for 39 minutes, as opposed to the Seahawks having it for about 20 minutes. But the Seahawks defense is a good, situational defense. They can stop you a lot in the red zone, at least in the past. They're very good on third down, and even though you may be able to move the ball, it is tough to, score touchdowns on them. But luckily, the Packers were able to come in here in the fourth quarter, get it done, get a few touchdowns, allow A.J. Dillon to get a couple touchdown runs, a couple Lambeau leaps in as well. So now after this win, the Packers are currently sitting at 8-2, and I think just to have a defense who is playing at this caliber, I think really gives you lots of hope for this Packers offense, or for this Packers team just in general, just because to be able to have a defense that is playing at this level, moving later into the season, when it gets cold, when, games get tougher, when we're facing, tougher opponents, I really do trust this defense because they have showed us time and time again that they really do have the ability to shut people down, to get to the quarterback. We saw in this game, it seemed like Russell Wilson was running around lots of this game. The Packers were getting lots of pressure. Kenny Clark was getting pressure. Rashawn Gary, before he got injured, hopefully he'll be okay. He seemed to have a pretty bad shoulder injury. Hopefully he will be all right. But this Packers defense has the ability to get the pressure, is able to, scheme up certain things, confuse people, disguise different things, and this secondary has just been clamping down everybody. So it's great to see this Packers defense playing at this level, and hopefully, if the Packers offense can continue to keep it up, do just enough to allow this team to win, I think that, come December, come January for the playoffs, this Packers team is going to be very, very dangerous, obviously, with Aaron Rodgers leading this team. So overall, I was pumped, excited to see just the Packers defense playing at this level, shutting out the Seattle Seahawks and Russell Wilson. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have not followed me on Twitter, Luke_Bella, for more Packers updates, news, all things like that. I will link that in the description as well if you guys haven't followed me on Twitter. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.